Hi, Mel here, and in today's video I'll be flying Asiana Airlines for the first time. It's the third flight of my around the world trip that has me circling the globe and traveling more than 20,000 miles. This business class flight aboard one of Asiana Airlines' A350-900s is departing from Hong Kong in the middle of the night and arriving a little more than 3.5 hours later in the incredible city of Seoul, Korea. So what did I think of Asiana Airlines? Was it at the level of the more prominent Asian carriers? And how did the crew handle a flight that departed after midnight? I hope you'll come along with me today to find out. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get started. If you've been following along these past few weeks, you'll know that I'm on an around-the-world trip that I booked with points. My latest stop of Hong Kong proved to be everything I had hoped for: cosmopolitan, geographically captivating, and culturally diverse. But all good things come to an end, and I soon found myself heading to the airport to catch my flight to Seoul. My flight was scheduled to depart Hong Kong at 12:30 a.m., so another middle-of-the-night flight for me. I took advantage of a late checkout from my hotel so that I wouldn't be stuck at the airport for too many hours. But I did leave myself enough time to check out the lounge. While I travel carry-on only, I wasn't able to get a mobile boarding pass during the online check-in process because they wanted to see my travel documents. Luckily, the business class check-in wasn't busy at all, and I soon had my physical boarding pass in hand. Hong Kong Airport doesn't have an Asiana Airlines lounge. But Asiana Airlines is part of the Star Alliance, and since Singapore Airlines is a member of the same alliance, Asiana business class passengers can access Singapore Airlines Silvercrest Lounge, which is located in Terminal 1 near Gate 5 on Level 6, which is one floor down from check-in. So take the escalator down one level and then follow the signs towards Gate 5. And soon, on your right side, you'll see the entrance to the lounge. So let's head in and check it out. Right past the check-in desk is a long hall that leads to the main part of the lounge. The full-service bar is the first thing you'll see. There are a few beers on tap, or check out the menu to see the wine and cocktail options. To the right of the bar, the lounge opens up into one long room with various seating options. There are tables, countertop seating, and further in are the lounging areas. Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy the vibe of the lounge. There are no windows, and as a result, no plane spotting views or natural light, and the low ceiling makes the space feel even more crowded than it is. On the plus side, most of the seats are nice enough, and I appreciate that most spaces offer outlets for charging. I also thought that the buffet food selections weren't too bad. There are both cold options like salad and fruit, and hot options like cauliflower with cheese, coq au vin, beef strips and green beans, and a few different soups. For dessert, they offer Haagen-Dazs ice cream. That's never a bad thing. And if you're looking for a non-alcoholic drink, the lounge offers canned drinks, as well as iced tea, juice, and spa water. The lounge facilities are back down the long hallway. There are restrooms on one side and shower suites on the other. The restrooms are very modern and clean, and I was equally impressed with the shower suites. If you want to book one, check with the agents at the entrance. I didn't stay too long because I still wanted to check out the Centurion Lounge and the Chase Sapphire Lounge, so stay tuned for a video review of those two lounges soon. But for now, let's head to Gate 46 and board the flight. My flight to Seoul would be aboard one of Asiana Airlines' A350-900s. The aircraft is equipped with an economy cabin of 283 Safran Z300 seats, arranged in a 3x3x3 configuration. The 18-inch wide seats feature a 4-way adjustable headrest. The business class cabin features 28 Stellia Solstice seats, arranged in a staggered 1x2x1 configuration. Each seat has direct aisle access and converts to a fully flat bed. If you're flying solo, the even row window seats are closer to the window than the odd row seats, providing both a great view and the most privacy. If you're flying as a couple, you might prefer the middle section. The odd row seats are closer together, while the even row seats are further apart. My seat for the flight would be 2K. I made my way to row 2 and found my seat. Some people find the look of the seat to be a bit dated, and I don't completely disagree, but I also kind of like it. It feels homey to me, and I think the pop of yellow is a cheerful touch. Waiting for me were slippers and headphones on the side console, and a pillow and lightweight blanket on the seat. I moved the pillow and blanket to the storage area and took a seat to get a closer look around. Above that shelf is the in-flight entertainment screen, which we'll look at more closely in a minute. In addition to the top storage shelf, there's another storage space directly underneath. There's also a tiny cubby under the armrest, and a plastic holder that provides a place for your cup and a bit of vertical storage. On the same side is a reading light, the headphone jack, and a USB-A socket. On the same side are the seat controls and the in-flight entertainment remote, which we'll look at later. And down here you'll find the universal power outlet. The tray table is a bit unusual, but it's easy enough to fold down when you need it. The coat hook is located right next to it. The one thing I wasn't happy to see is the lack of individual air vents. But at least passengers have full control of the window blinds. I was also happy with the amount of legroom, and it felt good to swap my shoes for the slippers. The safety announcements started to play, signaling that it was just about time for takeoff. As soon as we were airborne, I took the opportunity to quickly explore the in-flight entertainment. The screen is an 18-inch HD touchscreen display. The headphones are not the best quality. They're made of flimsy plastic and packaged with disposable ear covers, which seemed a bit odd to me. As expected, the sound quality is not great. The remote is pretty standard, but the screen is close enough that I prefer using it as a touchscreen. Content-wise, it's a bit lacking, especially when compared to the more prominent Asian competitors. I really don't mind for such a short flight, but I'm curious if there's more content offered on their longer flights. And better headphones? If you have experience with this, let me know in the comments. On such a short middle-of-the-night flight, every minute counts, so I was very grateful for how quickly the crew started the meal service. I was also impressed that we received menus for the meal. The food options included both a Western meal and a Korean meal. I decided to order the Korean porridge because with a night flight, I really just want comfort food. The beverage options included several wine options, as well as aperitifs, spirits, liqueurs, beer, and non-alcoholic drinks. I wanted to avoid jet lag, so I limited myself to water. The porridge arrived impressively fast and was accompanied by kimchi and pickled cucumbers. It was exactly what I was in the mood for. I was also very happy with the fruit plate for dessert. It was on the small side, but exactly what I wanted at this time of night. While I didn't receive an amenity kit on this short flight, the crew did provide refreshment towels, an eye mask, and earplugs. As soon as the meal service was cleared, I put my seat in the lie-flat position. Given the length of the flight, the bedding of a pillow and thin blanket was more than enough. While a 3.5-hour flight doesn't provide much time for sleeping, I did my best to get as much rest as possible, and thankfully, I fell asleep quickly. Upon awakening, I headed straight to the bathroom to freshen up. The mirror was well lit, but what I was really happy to find were the dental kits, mouthwash packets, and combs, as well as the L'Occitane amenities. The bathroom was pretty standard in other regards, but it was nice to see both a changing table for babies and a little fold-down seat that I'm guessing is helpful if you need to change clothes. So what did I think of my first experience with Asiana Airlines? Overall, I really enjoyed it. I found the seat to be comfortable and also greatly appreciated the privacy of my space. I also enjoyed the food and was impressed that there were menus with both meal and drink options on such a short flight. Finally, given the length and timing of the flight, I think the crew did an excellent job moving things along quickly and allowing passengers to get as much sleep as possible. The only complaint I have is that the in-flight entertainment system is not great. Neither the headphones nor the content are comparable to what's usually offered by most of the major airlines. It really didn't make a difference for this flight, but I think on a longer flight it could. In terms of how much I paid for this trip, I don't have a figure for this specific flight because it's the third of 7 flights for an around-the-world award trip that I booked through ANA Airlines. For all 7 flights, 6 of which were in business class, I paid a total of 125,000 points plus $791.40 in taxes and fees. The review from my first 2 flights of that trip are already up, and I'll put links to both in the description below. I also plan to review the other flights of my around the world trip in the coming weeks, so I hope you'll stay tuned for those videos. Thanks for coming along today. Comment below if you have any questions. And if you've flown with Asiana Airlines, or if you've taken advantage of ANA's Around the World deal, I'd love to hear about it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's a great way to help the channel and enables me to make more videos like this one. Until next time, happy travels.